1900s. On this tablet, it tells a story in ancient symbols. It describes a peaceful ruler and his castle on land, which after the occurrence of a catastrophic event ended up under the waves. So here is a stone proving the Samoan language, a language of images and glyphs, and it also refers to the flood carved in stone. Now in the Lord's third book, chapter 1, verse 10, it states, God said, "This shall be called the Panic language, because it is made of earthly images, and in after ages, whoever desires to find the first written words of man shall have recourse to the pictures of all things on earth, and in the waters, and in the air above the water." So this verse states that the Panic language is a language of earthly and heavenly images, images of things in nature. And this was the first written system given to humans by the angels 72,000 years ago. Now we're going to go into the geography of the continent of Pan. Now in the book of Jehovah chapter 8, verse 16 through 17, it states, "And Jehovah caused the angels of Atmospheria to assemble together and organize the first kingdom of heaven of the earth. And the place was called Horeb, because it was the place of the first organic abiding place for the first God of this world." Verse 17. "And Horeb was situated over and above the mountains of Aoatin in Ugaqua, to the east of Uel, or El, Yul, of that country hereafter called the continent of Pan." So here it states that the first heavenly kingdom of God was located over Pan, above the mountain of Aotin, in Ugaqua, which was east of Pan. So this verse is giving the locality of the first God's heavenly kingdom being over the high mountains of Aoatin. And this took place 72,000 years before Cosmon, when the earth passed through the ark of Wayne. That is when the angels came to the earth and set up the first heavenly kingdom for the first time after man's creation, 72,000 years BK, before Cosmon. Now in the synopsis of 16 cycles, chapter 3, verse 27 and 28, it states, "And the rich valleys of Ma, with her 1,000 cities, shall be rent with the madness of men and women fleeing before the waters of the ocean. And women and children shall fall by the way and be drowned, and men shall go down in the water and rise not." Verse 28. "And the wide plains of Og, with her 1,000 cities, and with the great capital of Penj, and the temples of Kuhu, and Bart, and Gan, and Sayang, shall sink to rise no more. And in the Dalug, the air of heaven shall be filled with the screaming and wailing of millions of mortals going down to destruction." So here Jehovah describes the inhabitation of Pan before it was sunken under the waters during the flood of Noah. It states, "The rich valleys of Ma, the wide plains of Og, the great capital of Penj, the temple of Kuhu, Bart, Gan, and Sayang. And these places were inhabited with tens of thousands of residents at the time of the flood of waters." Now, how did Jehovah sink the continent of Pan? And I'm going to explain this on the next documentary called "The Flood in the Ark of Noah." And with that, I'd like to say peace and blessings and catch you on the next series. Shalom.